Hi guys, welcome back to Lils Takes the podcast. I am here today. This is a very chilled episode, but I think it has the potential to be quite funny because it's just me and Jasmine on the sofa today. Pan over to my little special assistant Jasmine. My little tiny Jasmine, only 5 foot. How tall are you? 5 foot small? 5. Oh. 5 foot tiny. No, you're not that small actually, are you? You're like 5 foot. I would guess 5'5".
I'm probably like half an inch shorter than you.
Oh, no. I thought I'm a good...
5 foot massive you. But...
You're just 5 foot massive. Thank you for that, Jasmine. Me and Jasmine are really close. But yeah, I've brought Jasmine with me today. She was meant to be here for moral support, and I said, Jasmine, get yourself on that sofa. So now we're filming a podcast. Because this is just going to be a bit like an inner monologue. I'm just going to be chatting to you about what we've sort of been doing over the past few weeks. But I realised that most of the things I do with Jasmine. So she might as well come and have a chat about it. Because we do spend, now, when I actually think about it, quite a lot of time together.
Yeah, an embarrassingly long amount of time together each day, actually.
Yeah, because me and Jasmine share a flat together at uni. Not just us two, there are others, but they're very timid, so they don't like to come on shows. No, one day maybe I'll get the whole flat on. That would be quite exciting.
You'd need a long sofa.
I would need a long sofa. There's 5 of us, but me and Jasmine inhabit a little corner of the flat, so our rooms are next to each other, away from everybody else's rooms. So we have our own little... clean area of the flat. Everywhere else is filthy. No, it's not. I think we live in one of the cleanest uni flats I've ever experienced. And that's down to you.
Yeah, I think that is maybe down to me. Maybe a little bit you as well.
Only when I feel like it. I'll do a little. My thing is, if I get things dirty, I'll clean them. Like, I feel like that's just should be a human thing, but it's not, is it? No,
actually, yeah.
It's not universally experienced. Not in our flat. I'll use this pot and then I'll leave it there for maybe 10 days because after 10 days it'll be soft enough for me to wash.
What the theory is, I'm gonna cook my food, then eat it, and then wait maybe 5 days.
Yeah, good 5 days, I think. And then, because obviously then all the pots are dirty, I've got no choice. I have to clean them. And that's when you should clean your pots.
There have been several occasions where people have been in the kitchen and gone, I'm going to need to clean a fork. All 20 of them are in use.
Yeah. All 35 of them are scattered around the kitchen and some are in the dishwasher. And they've been in the dishwasher. They've gone through 5 cycles. You haven't got them out yet. Get them out.
What are we eating this meal on?
Just a piece of kitchen roll that no one has. No one has kitchen roll in uni. It's not a thing. Apart from us, we do. We had kitchen roll as toilet roll the other day, didn't we?
Oh, did we speak about that?
Yeah, I made a TikTok about it and never posted it because I thought that might be a bit too rogue. But we did. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning and I went into the bathroom to have a wee. I was like, a wee and then I'll go to bed. I went in, I'm greeted by the longest roll of kitchen roll on the back of the toilet. I was like, you're having a laugh. We've run out. Yeah, that was a rough evening. Anyway, let's get into what we've actually been doing this week. That is what most of our conversations consist of. This is just our day-to-day. But, so I film these podcasts like all in one go. So we have like months in between where I can't like tell you about my week because I can actually tell you about my month. It's been such a long time since I've been here. And it's been Halloween and it's been like bonfire night and everything's getting autumnal since the last time I filmed. And one thing that we did for Halloween is we went to... If you're in the north, you'll recognise. We went to Warehouse Project in Manchester. And I think it's universally understood that it's quite cold in October. Quite cold in November. We took that as a challenge, didn't we, Jasmine? And our Halloween costumes, first of all, not scary. Halloween's not meant for scariness anymore. It's meant to... You can wear as little as you like and absolutely get away with it because it's Halloween.
I think the challenge is... see how little you can wear until you get stopped by the police.
Yeah. And it turns out very little. Not a lot at all. We went to Warehouse Project and we dressed... What were our costumes? How would you describe that?
I think other people tried to describe it maybe as...
horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the answer.
We'll get straight into that bit, shall we?
Yeah.
First, like, polar bears.
Yeah.
Snow girls.
Yeah.
White.
Yeah. So what are you at? What
Fluff.
you just come as
It's a lot of fluff, that.
white? Basically, we wore like, it was a bit like Russian-y, you know, like the hats, they're like headbands that are all fluffy and fluffy leg warmers and fluffy skirts. But other than that, just a silver bikini. So it was like, well, I'm trying to be something wintry, but I'm really not gonna do that at all and just go completely summery. And we made a TikTok on the train. I can't post TikToks like, if there is a single ounce of cleavage in any of my TikToks, it gets instantaneously banned by TikTok. They close their eye, they're like, a breast, and they remove it. So I can't post anything like that. So we posted it on Jasmine's.
Despite, though, some of the TikToks that I've seen on TikTok.
I just don't get what they have against me.
I
I can't post anything.
I can't. I've seen probably bare arseholes on TikTok.
Full boobies.
Yeah, but, you know, we can't show shoulders.
No, that's it. I fully can't. You know, collarbone, they're like, I think it's because it used to be because they didn't think I was 18. They were like, I think they thought I was under 17. Then I had to like send my passport in, confirm my age, and they're like, oh, fair enough. And that's now
you can show
like,
a shoulder.
yeah,
now.
one shoulder, that's fine. And now it's like, I'm back to being, no, if you've got shorts on, that's absolutely inexcusable. Get that leg away. Put a bit of legging on. But yeah, I can't post anything like that. So we posted a TikTok on Jasmine's TikTok, and it's not even, you know, like a classic thirst trap TikTok.
Yeah,
we're not
it's
even
not
trying to be
provocative at all.
No, it's that Borat. Is it Borat or is it Ali G?
Yeah, Ali G.
Ali G. When he goes, do you know what? We ain't got enough of in this country. What does he say? We have got too many mingers. It's me doing that. We ain't got enough fit women. And everyone just went in on us in the comments.
It was a shock how far people will say some things on TikTok.
Yeah, they really don't care at all. We were getting like, I'm glad you found a way to disappoint your father. How like, a lot of them were like, oh, you must be cold. Obviously I am. It's October and I'm wearing a bikini. I'm freezing. But yeah, a lot of them were like, these girls are dressed as whores. These girls are dressed as slags. Like, Halloween is not an excuse to be a slut. And we were like, okay. Like, and a lot of comments were like, well, you've opened yourself up to this because you put yourself on the internet like this in the first place. I think that's something I get so often as well, being like, well, you do this, like, this is your job, you put yourself on the internet, so you open yourself up to stuff like, and criticism. No.
But there's been so many times as well where you've sometimes responded and people have gone, oh my God, I didn't realise you'd ever see this.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my God, I didn't think you'd respond. It's not funny. I literally sit there behind, I think people forget that you do sit behind the phone like it's me that reads the comments.
Yeah, for several days after that video is posted, we're in the kitchen going, you'll never guess what someone's put now.
Yeah, this is horrible. Have you seen this one? Like, we see all of the comments, and sometimes when they're so nasty, like, those comments were overwhelming majority, not nice comments. Like, usually you get the majority of really nice ones, and then a couple of, I hate your voice. And you're like, okay, fair enough. Has anyone ever told you look like the rat from Flushed Away? I'm like, yeah, okay, that's valid, but like a couple of them thrown in, not too bad. When it's all horrific, you sit there like, oh God, maybe I need to text my dad and make sure he's all right with my outfit choices and make sure. Yeah, but it was a bit of a culture shock. Should we have a look at some of them? Did you save
some
any?
of the comments? Yeah, they should still be on there.
Oh, great. So if anyone wants to peruse, find yourself Jasmine's TikTok, and if anyone wants to add to them, there's nothing worse you can say to us now. I think we've actually seen it all.
They either went in a very harsh way or a very, very creepy way as well.
Yeah, some of them were a bit scary.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't find my address. Oh yeah, some of them were comments about people having daughters. They said, please Lord bless me with a son, because obviously we're all girls. I was like, oh.
People were saying how they're going to sniff our seats after.
That's so wrong. What makes you sit there and think she's going to love this when I comment this?
What in the name of OnlyFans is this?
Yeah.
It's a bit far-fetched.
Yeah. Because the TikTok was actually Ali G saying, "We has got too many mingers." Loads of people were like, "We agree with Ali G." Like, you're all mingers. And we're like, okay, that's a bit rude. Oh, we want modest women with self-respect.
Yeah.
Because we don't have any.
There's not enough turtlenecks in the country.
Yeah, that was a good one.
A comment that just says cleavage.
Or clothes. And I get it. It's funny because, like, that's exactly, we are dressed like, we've not got a lot on, like, we've got bikinis on in winter, and I understand. But if this was a TikTok of us in Zante, of course you're in a bikini, you're in Zante, like, there wouldn't be a question of self-respect.
And also getting to warehouse projects, obviously on the train, maybe we look out of place.
Yeah.
People going home from work and we're sat in bikinis.
Yeah. Yeah, they're on their daily commute. I get it.
But as soon as we get to warehouse projects, I've never seen so many nipples in my life. Like,
yeah, literally, we probably one of the most covered up people in there. Some of the girls, like, they were like, slay, had our back, but
yeah, I think the nice comments obviously always came from girls.
Yeah, they did,
and they were like, we're going to do that costume next year. Yeah. That's such a creative idea. And that was like, that's what kept us going, I think, through the night.
Yeah. When we woke up in the morning and then started reading the comments, you're like, oh, that didn't go down well at all. You know, when you realise you've done something controversial. What I didn't like is people commenting on saying we want loyal women, saying, implying that because we're dressed like that, we're not loyal and we're not nice people, like, just because of what we were wearing for a Halloween night. And I was like, that really grinds my gears a little bit, because, like, in what way is that not displaying being disloyal to you?
Yeah, I think as well, I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, and I live by that. Sorry, I need a drink, but I'm, like, locked in by the microphone. Yeah, no, that was a bit of a culture shock after we did that. And then, just to put a little middle finger up to the haters, we wore the outfit again and went to Tank in Sheffield. We were like, yeah, we'll just wear it again. Everyone seemed to like it last time.
Or swap tops and things like that.
Yeah, they were very slightly
changed it up a little bit so people couldn't say that we were fully just wearing the same outfit.
Yeah. That situation, though, you know, when you go to, like, festivals and raves and stuff, that is what people wear.
Yeah.
That is, like, the dress code. You can be like, you can wear nothing in those places and you wouldn't be out of place. It's just because we filmed it on a train and everyone was like, why are you on a train with a bikini on? Fair enough, I understand. But that was one of the things that really took me back this month. Started sort of a spiral of hate. Anyway, what else have we done this month? Or last month? Because we haven't been in such a long time.
I feel like third year, we've had double the amount of work that we've ever had at university. And it's so, like, content heavy and we're always working. Yeah. But for some reason, we've decided to take on more social events at the same time
than we've ever done before. Yeah. We literally so me and Jasmine do the same subject and we do the same modules within that subject as well. So we have, like, exactly the same work. But we sit all day, don't we, and just do work. Actually, we sit most nights up all night, like, doing work. And then I'll message Jasmine, I'm like, Jasmine, I've got this thing. Do you want to go to Barnsley tonight?
This was planned last night.
Yeah, no, this podcast was planned last night. We didn't expect Jasmine to be on it until 5 minutes ago before we started filming. That was planned in the last 5 minutes. Because we've got so many, like, essays and stuff to write. I don't have time to do anything else. I want one day soon. I can't wait for just a day where I have nothing on. Like, not even I don't have writing to do. I don't have...
Yeah, I think my last one might have been...
birth.
Yeah.
The day of my birth. Yeah, no. We had reading week recently, didn't we? But did we read?
Yes.
Yes. Because reading week was like... I've never been so ready for a reading week in my life. We both said this, like...
we can't even look forward to Christmas.
No.
Because that's revision time.
Yeah, Christmas is revision time for exams when we get back. Oh, you've ruined the magic of Christmas University. I hope you know this. Santa is upset with you. Well, I don't know, he's probably upset with me for not doing enough of my work. What else have we done?
I feel like to cope with all the work that we've been set, obviously... If we're all doing more work because it's all of our third years, we don't spend as much time together as a flat. And we were so close as a flat last year that it's really upsetting that we don't anymore.
Yeah.
So I think recently...
Oh, we've gone abstract, haven't we?
In the way that we try and spend time with each other now, it's got to count if we're going to see each other. It can't just be a hi in the kitchen.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're referring to. So, as a flat, I think we are all a little bit weird. Like, you're going to hear this and be like, that's just not even funny, that's just odd. But it is quite funny in the moment, I promise. Me and Jas, I say we as if we all do it, me and Jasmine write postcards and letters to our other flatmates and to the flat in general, and generally put them in the mailbox and say like, oh, Callum, are you going to go down and get the post? I ain't got it yet. And then they find them and it's like a little scavenger hunt, which we also do.
Yeah, so the most recent one was we'd gone to London and we thought, oh, we should really get a present for the flat while we're in London. What can we get them that won't be extortionately priced? I think the cheapest thing that we found was a pack of 10 coronation postcards.
Postcards, yeah.
Just Charles and Camilla.
On their coronation?
Yeah. That was about £2. So we're like, yeah, that'll do them all. That will.
Yeah, we'll just get them on a postcard.
That's about £2 for each flatmate. And we thought, well, what are we going to do with these postcards? We can't just give them with nothing on.
Yeah.
So the natural course of action was obviously to write them postcards as if we were Charles and Camilla.
Yeah. And you know what? It went down really well. Because there's nothing you want more than an unsolicited postcard from King Charles himself. And that's exactly what we provided the flatmates with. So we've got 2 male flatmates and another female flatmate. So we wrote Grace's card as if it was from Camilla. And then we wrote the boys' card as if they were from Charles. And then we did even extra bonus cards that were from the both of them.
Yeah.
For the whole flat.
And then obviously, to get these postcards, naturally, you have to go on a scavenger hunt for them.
We can't just give them the postcards.
Yeah,
that would be silly.
That's too easy.
It's too easy. They know we're too clever for this. So we set up a full scavenger hunt. We had to wait till everyone was back from uni as well. We'd been planning it. We'd been writing these postcards in the kitchen all day, just me and Jasmine giggling to ourselves, writing these postcards.
As we said, we're always so busy.
Oh yeah, we're so busy with writing. But this day we managed to have a few hours spare. So we wrote down all these postcards. And then we were like, right, we're doing this scavenger hunt. Is everyone free? And Callum was like, well, I've got uni till 6. And then,
it wasn't even we're doing a scavenger hunt. It's we need to speak as a flat.
Oh yeah, we made them think it was really serious.
We need to talk as a flat. There's something we need to speak about. When is everyone free? And everyone's going, is everything okay? Yeah. Like, are we in trouble? What's
Gabe
happening?
Was concerned.
Yeah.
And it was a silly scavenger hunt that we'd made. We'd just been taping post-it notes to the fridge. Your next clue is underneath the coffee table. And Jasmine had blue-tacked sweets to the bottom of the coffee table, but upside down, like so lollies all stuck to the... It was very funny. And we made our 21-year-old flatmates do a scavenger hunt around our kitchen for the majestic prize of 6 celebrity post-it notes, postcards from King Charles and Camilla themselves, written actually from us, including things that Charles and Camilla definitely wouldn't say.
But also maybe things that Charles and Camilla I could see them saying.
Yeah.
We said that Camilla had a likeness to our flatmate Grace.
Yeah.
And now that's a running gag.
Yeah. I'm going to have to just send you a picture of Grace that we can input here because Grace is...
The most stunning girl
she's
you've ever seen.
But the fact that she's got blonde hair and Camilla had blonde hair, we were like, brilliant, I'm going to run with this. And we were like, Camilla here. just thought, I can't wear the same outfit as you to Halloween for fear that we'd be mistaken as sisters.
You're Grace and I'm your Grace.
yeah, your name's Grace and I'm your... Oh my God, it was really... so niche that it was hilarious. I've never laughed that much. We were in the kitchen just giggling to ourselves for like an hour because of what we were doing. That's such a random thing to do. No other flat's going to have done that. And now all the postcards are stuck up on our cupboards. So when people come in and look at the flat, we look like royalists because there's pictures of Charles and Camilla everywhere. I promise we're not that indebted to the royal family. We just do history and it's very interesting. Right. Other things that we've done recently, I had a launch party for this podcast in Manchester. I don't want to. I'll talk about it a little bit, but I don't want to talk about it too much because Holly's coming and we want to talk about it with Holly there, Holly as well. But it was good, wasn't it? I dragged you all to Manchester, and VK, love you VK, thank you so much. They threw it for me basically and supplied everything, and there was free drinks, there was free VK.
There was a lot of free drinks. So I don't think I paid for a single drink there.
No, and the thing, we used tokens with my face on to pay for drinks.
We can get a photo of that as well.
Oh, I could. Do you know all the leftover ones they sent to my house?
I've got one, yeah.
Yeah, I've got 1,000 of them in my house. just a collection of tokens with my face on.
We should play poker with them. Like
yes, shall we? How much is it worth? Don't answer that. I don't want to know. So, yeah, it was really odd. Everything had my face on. Actually, the cakes. There was a beer pong table with my face on it. The tokens.
Quite vain, actually.
Very vain.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that.
It was a bit embarrassing, really.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't see you and all.
Can't get away from me. And there was people there that probably did not want to see my face everywhere they turned. It must have got a bit much for people by the end, but not surprised you by, unfortunately. Come to my event, I'm going to put my face on anything. No, we'll skip past that because I do want to talk about it with Holly, and I think Holly has got some good stuff to say about it. I had a very interesting Saturday. We had a very interesting Saturday.
Yeah.
When we went to... this is going to sound like, why did you do that? I got Botox the other day. I am 'cause
clearly
20.
She's so wrinkly.
I'm like Camilla herself. Camilla, I'm not saying you're wrinkly. She's watching. She watches. But... I am only 20, but I did it as part of like an advert I'm doing for them on TikTok. And I was going to probably get it done anyway. Not anything major. I've got no jawline. I don't know if this podcast has really made me insecure about it because I watch
the cameras are too good.
They're too good. I watched the podcast back and the side angles. Look at this. Okay, I've got no jawline, right? It's just neck, then chin. Neck, then cheek, and there's no line here in the middle, and I hate it. I've always hated it. So I went and got, it's called a Nefertiti. If you know her, she was a pharaoh. A Nefertiti neck lift, which is basically, it's just meant to make your jawline more pronounced without putting filler in, because I don't want filler. But I would have had filler, but I wanted something more natural. And so I took Jasmine with me. I take Jasmine everywhere I go. It was only in like Meadowhall. So I was like, come on, Jasmine, come and get Botox with me. And we did. But it was the train journey there that was quite traumatic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think... So Lily drags me to all these events and then I get the fines.
Yeah, Jasmine got fined.
I got a train fine on the way to this Botox appointment, taking my social media influencer friend to her Botox appointment and I get a train fine.
For a train ticket that was meant to be £1.25 and got a fine like 50.
I think we did try to buy train tickets, but the app wasn't working, like payments wouldn't go through.
We weren't trying to finesse the train.
Yeah. And then somehow, of course, on our single journey, at the end, there was people checking for to find people if they hadn't bought a ticket on the train. Yeah. And no conductor ever came, so like I couldn't get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just quite typical, really.
Yeah. And then I was like, come on, Jasmine, we're going to go get my free Botox that they're then going to pay me for. And then, you've got to pay on £53. That's awful. I'm so sad that today's cost you so much money.
Well, I'm in my appointment. You can write your appeal. The train fine.
Yeah. I was like, while I'm having it done, Jasmine, you'll have to write your appeal to try and get your fine revoked. So I got Botox. Jasmine just came with me. And then immediately after that, I went to a children's roller skating birthday party at Roller World in Derby, which was brilliant. I don't know if you've ever had Botox then went roller skating in a 2 and 8 year old's birthday party as well, but it was eye-opening, sweaty, painful and scary and all of those things rolled up in a little ball together. And then
in the 8-year-old girl.
Yeah, she's terrifying. She's the life and soul of the party, but also the scariest thing there. I'd like to point out that this little girl, I don't know if her mum or anything watches the podcast, but she wears my snail headbands consistently. So if I wear snail headbands on TikTok, and it's one of the things that I went sort of viral for. And I gave her one, and then she had another one for her birthday, and she refuses to take it off. She sleeps in it, she goes to school in it. She went to her roller skating birthday party in a pink snail headband. And I was, a couple of girls recognised me while I was there as well. And I was thinking, these girls are going to think I'm making people wear these headbands. Everywhere I go, they're going to be like, wear this headband when you're around me. So it looks quite
the
vain.
launch party as well, I suppose there was a headband in each goodie bag.
Yeah, I gave them out. People ended up wearing them as well, didn't they?
I think you're just trying to grow your brand. You're an entrepreneur.
I'm an entrepreneur. This is my business. What do you expect? I've got to be a businesswoman.
If you've got any 8-year-olds roller skating birthday parties that Lily can invade,
let me know, and I'll supply one headband. And that's all I can provide. But no, it was brilliant. And then after that, I went to the casino.
All in one day. So we got up quite early to go to this thing, about 10 o'clock in the morning. Botox, fine. Yeah. Roller skating birthday party, casino.
And then I went and watched a band play at my local pub back at home. And I ended up staying there till about 1 o'clock in the morning and driving everyone home. And I was a bit of a groupie for the evening. It was a very busy day for me. But it was so jam-packed, it was worth it. I had a great time. My favourite part was telling everyone I just had Botox. Because everyone was like...
After you just said that you wouldn't tell everyone.
Yeah. That everyone's going to know now. Because I couldn't drink. So I couldn't drink at the casino. I couldn't drink at, because once you have Botox, you can't drink for 24 hours. And I was like, oh no, I can't drink. And everyone was like, why? And I was like, because I've had Botox. And they were like, huh? Why have you had Botox? They were like, you're 20. I was like, I don't.
I did think your forehead was looking.
Yeah. No. Do you know what the man said to me as well? I went in and he was like, you might as well just get the 3 areas. He was like, I'll do your forehead and your cheeks. I was like, I don't want my forehead.
Yeah, he was doing the Botox on the neck and stuff, and he went, your chin.
Yeah, he did. He had a bit left over, and then he literally went, you've got a bit of a line on your chin there. I'll just stick the rest of this in there. Do you mind? And I was like, well, no, you can do it if you want. And he did. He just filled my chin up with more Botox. And now I can't frown. Have I told you this? I've discovered I can't. I can frown, I can stick my lip out, but I can't, I can't pull, these muscles here no longer work to pull my chin down. So I'm like, and Liam was laughing at me for hours. I was at the casino when I realised.
You have to cry with a straight face.
Yeah. The woman was like, I was playing blackjack. I'm really good at that now. I don't know if anyone else. And I was like, hit me. And I went, Liam. I was like, I can't frown because I was losing money rapidly, and I can't look sad about it at all because I've got so much Botox in my chin now. I've literally got the tiniest bit. But that wasn't how I expected my Saturday to go. What else have we done?
The trip to London.
Oh yeah. I go to London quite often for this job, just for events and stuff. And it so happened that I had 2 events in the same night. And I was like, let's make a night of it. I'll go and I'll stay overnight in London, get both of these events done, and then spend the day there the next day and go home because it was on a Friday and we've got Fridays off uni. And I was like, Jasmine, do you want to come with me? And she said, yeah, of course I do. So we did exactly that. We went to London for the evening, and first of all, we were quite touristy because we stayed right opposite the London Eye, and then
if anyone knows the Premier Inn that's opposite the London Eye,
renowned, great Premier Inn, very cheap as well. I don't know why. We went to the first event. Jasmine got hammered.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, if they're handing out free drinks, I mean, it'd be rude not to. Yeah. They are just going to waste.
They would have been. No one would have drank them if you hadn't. So,
yeah, I think I polished off quite a few and then we realised there's groups after us and I was like, oh, they were probably for them actually.
Yeah.
And the food at the end as well. Yeah. We were like, they're bringing out trays and trays and trays. No one's else is going to eat it.
So
and then we realised there's several groups after us coming.
Yeah. So we really went all in. We watched a woman drop her tray and dropped a whole tray of entrees, and she looked round like, did anyone see that? And I was like, no, don't worry. But yeah, so it wasn't just a normal event where you just sort of mill around, drink and mix. It was interactive. So you could only drink for the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes that we were in there, and then you get taken on a tour, an interactive tour that's quite scary. I don't want to say the brand that it is. So Jasmine absolutely hammered the drinks when we first arrived. I didn't like them, so I had like one, and I think that was it, because it was like spicy. I don't like autumnal flavours, so I didn't enjoy it. But yeah, so you had 3, I think, and we hadn't eaten either. We didn't have time to eat. So then,
the food. We were like, there's going to be food at the end.
Yeah, but to get to the end, you got to go through the whole thing drunk. So, and it was quite scary. So I'm holding on to Jasmine, like, Jasmine.
Yeah, Lily, obviously, sometimes you don't take like scary experiences really well.
No,
so
I don't.
There's been times where we've done like escape rooms and you kind of like holding onto the back and you won't look and stuff. Yeah, you kind of grab onto me and you're like, you need to look after me, like, it's proper squeezing at me. I'm there like, I'm not going to be able to look after you. I can't see.
Jasmine was out of it. She was like, this is the best thing I've ever done. So I was holding on to Jasmine for some moral support, and she was nowhere. She wasn't even in the room. But we managed to get through that. And then we went to a second event where
also, we were like, oh, how impressive are we that Lily's got 2 events in one night. Wow.
Yeah.
Got to that first event, people are going, yeah, so we've got this one. People had 5 events in one night. Yeah. And we were only invited to 2 of them.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, 2 of them. I'm like, I'm in demand this evening. I was not in demand. I was very low down on the list. But yeah, and then we went to the second event and there was free AU vodka.
A lot of free AU vodka as well. It was
a lot of it. And so by that point, we were already hungover from from the first event. But it was a good night. We had a good night. Went to both of these events. Went back to our hotel, had a good night's sleep, woke up the next... Didn't we go back to the hotel and watch something on telly?
Yeah, I think the thing on telly was very concerning.
Didn't we watch people naked rambling?
What?
Or was that before we went?
Alone and trying to get home.
Naked alone and trying to get home. We did. I forgot about this.
We flicked the TV on after a night of drinking for several hours and there was just a penis.
Yeah, it was. Not even in a normal context. Like maybe a penis
just
inside.
In the middle of the field. A penis, but someone wearing walking boots. I think that must be a very uncomfortable situation.
Yeah. That was it. They weren't wearing anything but walking boots.
Yeah.
And then the women were fully naked as well. It was a dating program. They're trying to get couples together through naked walking in the wilderness.
They drop them in the wilderness and they've got to get home naked and alone.
Yeah, and it's like geocaching. They've got like a map and a couple of
Someone
albums.
caught hypothermia.
Yeah, and she had to go.
In the 10 minutes that we watched it.
So much cracked off. Literally
people
cracked.
had like sores on them and stuff and we were like, wow, this is early 2000s TV making a comeback.
Yeah. And they had to like make shelters in the woods, didn't they, with sticks and like. But some of them
scrambling through rivers, butt naked.
Yeah, and some of them were given the tools to make fires, and some of them weren't. So some of them had like sleeping under sticks in the wilderness, naked. Let's not forget they were so naked, like, and they were freezing, and it was November, like it's cold. And it wasn't even like they'd secluded a certain place in the wilderness for them to do this. There's people driving past. There's cyclists going, oh my God, you've got no clothes on. They were like, yeah. And they had a TV crew following them around. That was very odd. Anyway, the next day we get up and we decided we've got this full day in London. We've done all the touristy things through our lifetime, but we're going to do them all again. And we decided to do the most touristy thing possible and got on an open top bus.
Yeah, because how do you see the most of London?
Without getting on a bus.
When you've got a couple of hours left.
Yeah.
You get on an open top bus.
So we did that and we rode it all the way through London and then got off at Buckingham Palace and decided we're going to take some hilarious tourist photos.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a tradition now that when we travel, we take purposely bad tourist photos.
Yeah. Yeah, you know the ones where you're like trying to pick someone up with your fingers.
But it's like, so out of frame.
Yeah, like you're actually nowhere near them. They're our favourite things to do. My favourite thing is I go away without my mum and then I send my mum really horrific poor like pictures of me doing touristy things. So like half my fingers over the camera, it's just me smiling and I've got like Parliament building in the back, but barely in the back. And she's like, send me pictures. And it's just the ground and shoes and like, so she thinks I've taken all these horrendous photos and she's like, Lily, you're so bad at taking pictures. But I have got loads. I just purposely take these really poor ones. So she thinks I'm like that. And it's the most fun I have, the most fun part of my day is taking those photos to send to my mum. But yeah, we've decided we all do it now.
Yeah, I think we had some really funny ones outside of Buckingham Palace. Yeah. We were like, Buckingham Palace was too big to do one of these ones.
Yeah.
So we're like, how do we make this fun then? We've seen Buckingham Palace several times before. So we're like, we've been there, done this.
Yeah.
How do we get people together in the streets?
Yeah. Yeah. How do we make this memorable?
Lily the athlete.
Yeah. I decided the only way is to do jumping poses, obviously, outside, but not like your usual High School Musical, like, oh, knees up, hey, look at me outside Buckingham Palace. I did a pike, which is where you just sort of fold down and touch your toes, but in the air. And it was so busy as well because it's like a Saturday. So there's loads of people gathered outside Buckingham Palace, and I was like, Jasmine, hold this camera. And I'm doing star jumps, tuck jumps, pencil jumps, pike jumps in front of Buckingham Palace. And everyone was just like sort of staring at me. And in all the photos, if you zoom into the background, there's the one guy that stares at me in every single one, like.
I think he was impressed.
I think
honestly.
he was. Yeah. I reckon Charles was looking out of his bedroom window, like, look at her
the fact
go.
that everyone's looking at Buckingham Palace and turns to look at us.
Yeah. The thing is, they weren't facing Buckingham Palace. Everyone was staring at me in front of Buckingham Palace doing these crazy things instead.
I told you, vain.
Yeah. Everyone's always, everywhere I go. Yeah, that was, they're some of the best photos I have now. And I think if I ever needed to make a dating profile, which I never will, Liam, I promise I won't leave you, I love you, they would be the photos that I put on the front. If I had to do a LinkedIn, that's me. What? And you know when people ask me, what do you do for your job? Anything I like. Look at these photos of me in front of Buckingham Palace. I can get away with murder. But yeah, that was a good day. What did we do? What have we done after that? What time is it also? How long have we been going for?
Done 36 minutes.
Oh, 36 minutes, brilliant. Well, is there anything you'd like to add on, Jasmine? Any little anecdotes?
No.
No, Jasmine's got to spend
I didn't want to do this in the first place.
Yeah, Jasmine's got to spend the rest of the day with me and then the next few weeks because she actually can't go away from me, so she's sick of my shit, frankly. Let me have another... I'll send you off with this lovely slurping sound of me having a bit of this drink. ASMR.
That's so true. Have you ever tried doing ASMR?
We could do ASMR. Maybe I could start a channel. You know where people just... Close your eyes. I'm going to give you a facial. Where they pretend you like at a spa. I'd love that. People used to say to me all the time, why don't you do ASMR? Maybe one day I'll venture into it. But then people also say to me, like, why don't you do an OnlyFans? You know what? Maybe one day I'll venture into that too. Who knows where this very rocky road will take me. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. Thank you, Jasmine, for... I collared Jasmine into this 5 minutes previous and she was just like, yeah, all right then. So thank you for just going along with anything I say. Like my little... Oh yeah, I said little again. Like my tiny little helper. I'll definitely have you back on it at some point when I've trying to find more guests and you're just in the room. I quite like the way we've done it and just had a bit of a chat about what we've been doing in the weeks and having a catch up. Maybe we'll do this again. If you like it, let me know, comment it, because you like to comment all the things you don't like. So definitely comment the things you do as well, because I do like reading those ones.
And if you don't like it, I'm sure you'll tell us.
If you don't like, you'll tell me anyway. I don't mind. But yeah, if you want to see anyone in particular, I was going to say specific at the same time. Anyone in particular on the podcast, definitely email me, DM me, send me a voice note. Carry a pigeon, I don't care. Come to my house. Let me know what you think. Don't come to my house. And I have got the email as well, lilstakespod@gmail.com, if you want to send in some confessions, some dilemmas. We didn't even do any this time. If you want me to read them out or help you sort your life out, I'm not qualified, but I'll try. And we'll have some more guests on for you to see in the coming weeks. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next week. Bye!